I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hello, it's ShadeX, and today I'm going to be talking about how animation deserves respect. Animation is a genre that needs to be taken more seriously. And no, I am not talking about audiences who look down on it. Sure, that's a valid topic in itself, but today instead I'll be talking about how big studios need to treat the creators and staff of animated shows better. If you aren't aware, there is a movement called New Deal for Animation where people from the animation industry are pushing for better wages. I have seen posts by people who've worked on recent animated shows and have come to realize that studios are very shady when it comes to treating people in that industry. There have been a ton of announcements for second seasons of shows lately. Cuphead is getting a season 2 on Netflix, and We Baby Bears is getting a season 2 on Cartoon Network. Sounds great, right? A ton of new shows are getting renewed. However, the issue is that what's being promoted isn't actually a season 2. It's actually season 1B, and this practice is something the animation industry needs to get rid of. The reason why these one-season orders are being made is very obvious. Studios want to pay animators much less. This practice is very wrong. Animation writers and artists work hard and deserve better wages. The thing that shocked me the most, however, was the reveal that Infinity Train books 1 through 4 and the cancelled Book 5 movie were treated as one season. They did a total of 40 episodes as the movie got cancelled because kids can't relate to an adult character, apparently. Let me get this straight. A show about an adult male samurai fighting robots is fine, but a grown woman on a train with infinite cars is not appealing to a young audience? Give me a break. While the cancellation still bums me out even now, the fact that Cartoon Network treated 4 seasons with 10 episodes each one season according to contracts really bothers me. However, that is how studios treat animation industry people these days, unfortunately. It's really clear there is a pay difference between animation writers and live action writers. One thing that shocked me is that people who write special episodes of live action shows with animated segments get paid more. This happened all the way back in 2018 with the live action CW show Supernatural Scooby-Doo crossover episode titled Scooby Natural. Writer Jim Craig, for once, got decent pay for this episode, which is what writers of live action shows would typically get. Still, his animation writing jobs pay far less, which is unfortunate. Animation is a career I know a ton of people want. However, studios have deadlines and expect the staff on their shows to do a ton of work for lower pay than people in live action. I've seen tweets lately of animators complaining about burnout and low pay while working on shows. Dana Terrace, the creator of the Owl House for Disney, is one of those people. It's no surprise, honestly, that Disney doesn't have the best working conditions. It's important to acknowledge that these writers and artists work hard on animated shows. For example, Vincent Waller, the current showrunner of SpongeBob, revealed he has a 70-hour work week. He's managing 3 shows in total, including the original SpongeBob, Camp Coral, and the Patrick Star Show. I really hope that Nick is paying him well because he has a lot to do. I am not interested in watching the SpongeBob spin-offs, but I respect Vincent Waller and the crew who work on those shows. Nickelodeon is a company I think is the most notorious out of all the networks. For example, they moved Harvey Beaks to Nicktoons and didn't tell C.H. Greenblatt. The worst thing they've done recently, in my opinion, is the shelving of Glitch Tech Season 2. There are storyboarded episodes sitting on Nickelodeon servers, and sadly nothing is being done about it. The fact the show's rights are with Netflix and new Nick shows are now coming to Paramount Plus puts the show in limbo. Cancellations and shelving of cartoons are definitely a problem. However, the poor treatment of writers and animators on all animated shows is a much bigger problem. Luckily, there are good studios out there. The Big Mouth spin-off Human Resources was a very ethically run production, according to an artist who worked on the show. The higher-ups on the show wanted artists to not have burnout, which I deeply respect. I think it's important to acknowledge that while I'm not the biggest Big Mouth fan in the world, we should respect the animators who work on the show. These shows are jobs people have and are a jumping off point for bigger things. I'm really glad the people at Titmouse treated the Human Resources crew very well. Adult animation seems to be a genre that I thought didn't have great working environments. However, I am glad to know that the people working on some of these shows in some instances are treated very well. The animation industry has definitely changed over the years, and even Craig McCracken has acknowledged this, saying that nowadays people have to do animatics rather than just storyboards to prove they can make a show. Overall, animation deserves more respect from studios. Animation writers and artists need better pay. I find the practice of promoting half a season as a season 2 disgusting. Hopefully this practice will end and the people in the animation industry will get a new deal for animation. There's a petition link below. Please sign it as negotiations are still going on and these animation employees deserve our support. This has been ShadeX, and I hope you all feel nothing but good vibes.
We're under the influence of low pressure, and this weather